Wait, you want to cough?
Cough on commands, yeah.
Okay, ready.
Where's the caveman?
Okay, hi guys, welcome back to the Caveman podcast.
Hello.
And we are back with Gerald and Dion on a separate day with
We just came back in same clothes.
Yeah, exactly the same clothes.
Same products.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly the same. Okay, so
No, but there's this pipakao. Something new.
So because the cough still not gone.
Yeah, the cough still not gone. Yeah.
whole new episode, completely different day, but the cough still haven't gone.
Yeah, that's why the pipakao is here. Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, Bespa supplements still the same. Okay, so code July you get $9 off. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So in this part, right, we actually collated some Q&A from a lot of TikTok or Instagram, all that kind of stuff. Okay, we're gonna ask you what people have general questions about Strongman. Okay, so first question, right? What is your training split like?
Ooh, this one very different person to person. Yeah.
You want to go first?
Maybe you can tell us like what you specialize in and then like what split you do or like what's the reasoning behind your split.
Because the most common people know like what push pull legs or like,
Yeah.
but Strongman very different, right?
Yeah.
Very different. So the thing is, right, like for myself, Strongman is the main, but I still practice my calisthenics quite a fair bit as well. Right? And that's just cause for me is like I get bored very easily, right? And when I think about overall strength, right, I think you have to be able to move well overall, not just move things, but move yourself as well, right? So which is also the reason why I try to stay in the U90 category lah, right? Because extra weight does make calisthenics a lot harder, right?
Don't bluff, your girlfriend just don't want you to move up.
I mean, if I move up, then I have to move up and look a certain way also lah, right? Yeah, but so my split is actually like what Caleb said. I do a push-pull leg split.
Oh, you do push pull leg?
I do push-pull legs.
Oh, okay.
Right? My training is centered over the push-pull legs, right?
What's calisthenics? Push-pull legs.
No, so it's a combination of calisthenics and strongman.
How does that work?
How does that work?
Right. Good question lah. So basically my first so for almost any good training program, right, you will always have a primary objective, right? That's your primary lift. That's the one that you want to improve. That's the one that you want to get better at. Okay. Regardless of whether it's on season or off season, there's a specific movement that you are trying to get stronger at.
Okay.
Right. So for instance, if I talk about like a push workout, okay, in strongman we don't bench, right? Maybe back in the 80s and 70s they do that, right? But nowadays there's no bench press competition.
It's like long press.
Yeah, so it's like a log press, some kind of overhead movement, right?
Okay.
So yeah, then I will start off with some kind of overhead movement, whether it's a log, whether it's a barbell, whether it's an axle bar, right? I'll be doing an overhead movement, right? Then after that, when you finish your primary movement, then that's when you do secondary movements and accessories lah, right? Which help to enhance the process of getting better at your primary movement. So that's when I incorporate my calisthenics stuff in. So I'll be doing like dips, push-ups, all this kind of stuff, right? Okay, because again, I also want to do my calisthenics, right? And I think there is definitely benefit to doing calisthenics because you are learning a completely different movement pattern in comparison to moving weights, right? So that's how my split will be lah. So for instance, legs, I'll start off with like maybe some form of a squat lah or deadlift, right? Whether it's a back squat, front squat, traditional deadlift, right? Sumo deadlift. I also do some like old time or unconventional strongman stuff as well. So like such a deadlift, all this kind of thing, right? So that will be the primary focus. Then after that, that's when I play around with the calisthenic movement lah. Right, but ultimately I still incorporate quite a bit of bodybuilding principles. I think across the board, regardless of whichever sport you do, you have to do some form
We're still gym bros at heart.
Yeah, we're still gym bros at heart. You need to chase the pump, you gotta get the pump.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
There's reason for that as well, right? Because you need the muscle to get conditioned to lactic acid. You need the muscle to get conditioned to continuously maintain a certain level of tensile strength, right? So that even when it's fatigued, right, it's not going to rip.
Yeah, imagine going like 4 or 5 events in one day, going all out throughout the entire day.
Yeah.
You need your muscles to have that longevity.
Yeah, correct.
I see.
So that's my split lah, right? Which I think is very different from what most traditional strongman splits will look like.
Mine is mainly So like what I said is like event specific
Mm.
training. So when I know the events for my next competition, then I will start. But similar to what Gerald said, it's like the event training will come first.
Yeah.
So event training, and then is the accessories after that lah. But then also there is like recovery and all that plays into part. So I do a little bit of like low impact like cardio, like swimming and stuff.
Oh, so you still do a lot?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So like, what will your week look like? Your training week look like?
Including
How many days altogether? Like 1 week?
I think like 4 days. Yeah.
I do 6 days.
4 to 5 days lah. 4 to 5 days.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not 4 to 5 days then the swimming comes after that.
So it's swimming on top of that lah.
Yeah.
So actually add together it's about 6 swim as
Yeah.
well lah.
Yeah, mine is 5 to 6. Because I do basically is I do pull push legs, right? Or any of the or any either or in any order lah, right? So yeah, so basically I repeat that workout twice in a week, just playing around like other variables like intensity, volume, all that kind of thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then for you also.
Similar, very similar. But
Mm.
also depends on how I feel lah.
Mm.
I mean we are still like humans, right?
Yeah.
We have like bad days and good days, and sometimes you just very sian and don't want to train.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of bad days, right? My next question. Have you been injured before? While doing this?
You wanna go first?
The irony is that so yes, I've been injured before, but the irony is that I've never been injured doing strongman or any of my exercises or workouts.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. My injuries all happen when I'm trying to do recovery work.
Wow, that's very
mobility
ironic.
and stretching.
Huh?
Right? Yeah.
What?
It's very weird. It's very weird. Okay, so I can list out all the injuries I have right now.
Okay.
So nothing major. Probably the most major one is that I have a suspected partial tear in my hamstring. Right, one of my hamstring muscles. Right, and that came from just stretching, dynamic stretching.
You try to do a split or what?
No, dynamic split. It's just for the fun of it, right? At the tail end of 2021, yeah, 2021, I went to pick up tricking.
What's that?
Right, you know those
Like backflip,
backflip,
like
kicking,
kick
all that kind of thing.
stuff.
Yeah, so it's like flipping, kicking, acrobatic shit,
Okay.
right? Yeah, so I went to took it out for fun, right? And I went to this place called the Sandbox, right?
Okay.
That hosts this group called the Hype Track.
Okay.
Right, so they do all that stuff. Then I went to pick up. Then one of the days, right? I think I was a bit overzealous. I pushed it a bit more in the warm up, right? So basically, you have to do all these kicks and all that, right? So one of the things you have to do is like a forward kick, right? Straight forward kick, and then you move into a forward lunge, and then you do a backward kick, and then you do a backward lunge. Okay. So I went a little bit too hard on my forward kick. Swung my right leg forward. I felt.
Oh my god.
Right? Yeah. I heard and felt that. Then I just like, oh shit. Right? Then I feel a bit, move a bit. Okay, feels fine. Then I continue the training. Right? Then after the training finished already, so it was at night, right? Training finished already, went down the car park, got into my car, drove back home. The moment I parked and I opened the door, right? I tried to lift my leg up, right? Couldn't lift up. Right?
Oh shit.
I was just like, wow, shit. Right? Then I checked again. Right? Limped my way back home, went back to check.
again. Lift up this huge
Yeah. Right? Yeah, so basically went back home, right? Then in the shower I checked, right? No bruising, nothing. Normally if you have a tear, you will have bruising, right?
Yeah.
So I thought, okay maybe it's just a very bad pull. Right? So for the next like 3-4 days, right, I couldn't walk properly at all. It was like excruciating sharp pain. Right? But I still could train. Right? I could walk.
What do you mean
but
you still
just-
could
Yeah,
train?
I could still train.
So you cannot walk, but you can still
couldn't
like
walk
deadlift,
properly.
squat.
Yeah, deadlift was difficult, but still could be done. I just couldn't.
Wait,
lift
how?
heavy.
What?
Right?
Doesn't make
Squat's
sense.
still doable, right? Yeah, so I never got it checked, but that's why I said it's probably a suspected partial tear because it stayed for a very long time, right? And it still bothers me from time to time here and there, right?
Wait, so basically after that you never went to the doctor, never get it checked. And you still
I
continue?
mean, I did the typical guy thing, like, just go back and sleep it off, be fine, right?
Oh my god, I
Right?
see, I see.
Yeah, right. Come on,
Okay.
everybody here.
Actually, my own
guilty of
injury
that,
also
lah.
like that.
Everyone's guilty of that over here. Please don't do me. We've never done otherwise.
Okay lah,
Right.
okay, true lah,
Okay,
true
so
lah.
yeah, so that's what probably the most major one. But everything else, like for instance, I also think I have a partial tear, suspected partial tear in one of my TFCC ligament here. Probably a suspected partial tear in my right bicep, right? And all this came from like conditioning rehab work.
Oh,
Conditioning rehab mobility work.
isn't this supposed to technically help you
Right,
better?
I know, right?
But then it costs you more harm.
It caused me more harm, right?
Oh.
That's why I said I've never gotten injured doing my workouts.
Wow,
Yeah.
I think you should just never do this kind of thing.
Just don't recover.
Just stick to, just stick to your main workout.
Yeah, I think it's better.
Okay, that one you see, like I said, I'm 31 already, right? Okay, so the older I get, the more I realize that I actually need to dedicate more specific time. So the problem was that when I did all these things, I jumped straight into it,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Because in my mind, I have stretching only just stretch only right?
Okay.
But you have to treat stretching like you would with a regular workout. You have
Just
to warm
swing
up.
your arms a
Yeah,
bit.
you have to
Okay,
warm
warm
up
up.
and progressively load into it. Not just straight away like one time then you
Okay, okay.
so yeah.
I was thinking that
Just crack
because
your knuckle, like, okay, warm up.
Right? Just like crack and then
okay.
yeah. So I've never gotten injured doing strongman, right? But yes, definitely had my fair share of injuries to deal with. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it was unexpected though, your type of injuries. really unexpected.
Shit happens, shit
Yeah,
really
I
happens.
also never had any injuries doing strongman.
Mm.
Like,
Okay.
touch wood lah. So far, never. I have had injuries playing rugby and all that, so it's still kind of.
Powerlifting you also never get.
Powerlifting I also never get any
Wow.
injury. Yeah. So, yeah, mine was like a back injury from playing rugby. Yeah.
Lower back.
Like mid back. I think the guy like tackled me from the side.
Oh.
Then kena my back. Then the rug everything already. Then stand up.
Tapok,
Then stand up. Then as I was trying to stand up straight, I was like, I felt it like fuck. Okay, then I continue to play.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
How old are you?
I was 16, 17 at this point.
Okay,
adrenaline.
okay,
Yeah. So adrenaline pumping, still very young. Okay, just go, just play the entire game. Then after game finished already, I tried to sit down and take out my boots. So I sit down, then I want to bend down and take out my boots. Just like shit, I cannot bend down.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Sounds
Then
really bad.
Yellow also never go and see doctor.
Wait, do you minimally tell your coach?
No, I was just like
Huh?
pulling away.
So you never tell anybody,
I
you're just
never
like,
tell anybody.
just bend it up, suck it up.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
suck it
yeah,
up and go. Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Wow.
But it's like that, like play rugby also. Then my friend come to me suddenly. Then he asked me, "Hey, my thumb looks swollen or not?" One is twice the size. Then he's like broke his thumb.
Huh?
Then he just pull back. Then okay, continue to play.
What the
My
hell?
friend dislocate the shoulder,
Yeah.
then run to the coach like fucking like flailing his arm. Then the coach pull back the shoulder, then continue to play.
What, the coach also got this kind of technique, they're all prepared.
I'm quite surprised you'll never get injured while lifting before.
Yeah.
Because I see a lot of people, they get injured while like, I don't know, doing some modern
Actually,
bikes or whatever.
wait, Caleb, do you get injured?
Yeah, I got injured quite a few. I got injured quite a few
It means
times.
you're not meant to.
Yeah, so my next question, right, was that actually, right, do you feel that all these people that get injured, like while training, right, is it their fault that like they don't learn the proper technique wise, or like are they like too overzealous, or are you like just more safe in your training style?
Or
you
like
don't
some
push, you don't push like you're like.
I mean, definitely we push also
Yeah.
lah. Like during training, if you're training for competition, you have to push for maxes and stuff.
Now, how do you prevent yourself from
like
getting
go all
injured?
out? I think sometimes it's lucky also.
lucky.
Yeah.
It's not luck.
Like
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. Is it lucky that you're not
like sometimes it's lucky and sometimes it's
People more
like,
suitable just to power
just
lift.
know-
Yeah,
I mean,
correct.
Yeah,
power
sometimes
lift.
yeah, you just
Some people just have a higher tolerance.
know how to move your
Stress.
body in specific ways to like reduce
Yeah.
the
Pressure.
amount. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
I mean, that one's the bottom line. Bottom line, right? No matter how well trained you are, no matter how experienced you are, no matter how knowledgeable you are about these things, right? Bottom line is, are you genetically gifted? Right? Yeah,
Good,
that
yeah.
one, no matter what lah, your genes really come into play lah, right? Your
I
ancestry,
see.
whether your great grandfather was Genghis Khan or some shit.
My
Right?
grandfather sailboat from China.
Yeah, my grandfather also sailboat from China. Yeah,
I
so
see.
yeah lah. So it really boils down to how lucky you are in the genetic lottery that your body can tolerate these things lah, right?
I
But
see.
in that regard, if you remove that factor, then of course, talk about overzealous. Yes lah, there are people who are overzealous, right? Talk about whether they know what they're doing or not, of course, right? But I think there's so many different layers to this, right? That if you were to peel them back one by one, right? Yeah, you can never finish it. Yeah.
Especially like doing a sport like strongman, you know you are carrying these kinds of weights and doing these kind of things. You kind of expect,
Correct.
like it's already very dangerous. When you put this much strain on your body, it's already very dangerous. So you just have to be extra careful. Like you cannot have any lapse in like your attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The next question we have, right, is about food. Yeah. How many calories do you all eat? What's your diet like? What's your diet?
Okay, tell us like your normal day. Like what do you eat?
Normal day, okay. I just say today lah.
Okay, wait, for context,
okay.
a normal Singaporean meal eats about 2,000 calories.
No, don't talk about calories lah. They don't count. That's why you just.
Okay, yeah, I know.
Okay, but my base, like for my weight, my height, my baseline should be 2,000 plus.
Okay.
2005 maybe.
No lah, more than that.
No, I think it's 2000.
Really? I think it should be. I thought it would be close to like 3K already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe, I don't know.
I think
that was when I
3+K.
counted when I was like doing NS at that
I
time.
slap you.
10 years ago.
Yes, yeah.
So what do you now eat? What do you eat?
Or like today, or like
Like-
a normal day.
Normal day, I will just try and eat as much protein as I can lah. Just generally try and get a bit more protein with every meal.
Eat your protein.
Yeah, with every meal that I take. This morning is like I ate like 4 eggs, bread, and chicken breast.
Wow,
I
chicken breast
like
from
buy the frozen chicken breast and just put in the microwave.
the 7-Eleven or which one?
They come in a big 1 kilo
Yeah.
frozen packet.
From where?
Multi foods, is it?
Can you get like
Got a few different companies that do it.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it pre-cooked?
Pre-cooked.
Ah,
So it's just
microwave
frozen.
it and then-
You just
okay.
defrost. Yeah.
But then the chicken breast, like how big do you eat? Don't tell me you eat 1 kg.
No lah, like 2 or 3 pieces.
Oh, how many pieces inside then? The 1 kg.
I never go and count lah,
But it's a lot lah. But it's a lot.
A lot like
A lot lah. Okay, 2 to 3 pieces. Okay,
How
okay.
many meals does it take you to finish that? 1 kilo.
a week plus ah.
Okay lah.
Hey, that's
reasonable.
that's
Still
That's
reasonable.
two to
That's
three.
quite a
A
number.
week a week.
Yeah, around 20
Right.
plus only, right? 20
Yeah.
plus pieces.
No lah, but it's not like I eat that for every meal ah.
Ah, fair.
Oh,
enough.
okay,
okay lah,
okay.
okay lah.
That's why I asked you how many meals, man, not how many
Yeah.
days.
My most breakfast I will have at home. Then I will just do that.
How about your lunch and dinner?
Lunch, cause I'm a PT. He's also a PT. We're out most of the day,
Yeah.
so it's just like whatever we can get outside of.
Okay.
What's your typical 菜饭 order? If you order 菜饭？
Wow.
这个那个这个那个 That's the typical order already. 这个那个
Curry rice, sweet and sour pork.
How many meat you gonna order? Yeah.
I will usually order 2 or 3 meat.
2 to 3 meals.
Huh? That's quite little.
Yeah, but-
I expect 4.
But no, but you know you handsome, then the auntie give you more.
Oh, I see.
帅哥, you know
Ah.
Then you must uncle the auntie also.
Ah.
Oh, you must call
Like,
the
oh,
auntie
今天你
menu.
很美
Oh, okay, I see.
Okay. But when you go out, you don't order like upsize. 加
Oh, like just now when we were having
Yeah,
dinner together, usually we were like order extra meat, extra rice. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, so only for dinner only. Like for lunch you eat normally.
most
Like,
meals we will order extra.
or extra.
I think it was actually it really depends also, right? So like for instance, both of us are PTs, right? Okay, and we eat out more, correct? But you hear a lot of PTs say like, oh, I do meal prep, all that kind of
Oh
thing,
yeah.
right? But we're not that kind of PT, right? Those
Mm.
PTs are more focused on like the bodybuilding aspect or
Yes.
transformation aspect,
Oh
right?
yes.
Yeah. So it's and they're more strict on their diet, their calories. But for us, we're
Yes.
not so much,
Oh,
right? And
okay.
bottom line is, yeah, lah, your protein very important. No? You have to make sure that you consume enough protein, lah.
Okay.
Right. So similar to Dion, I would eat out. I don't really eat breakfast so much. right? I don't really have the appetite in the morning to eat.
I like to eat breakfast, yeah. My breakfast is usually very big one.
Wait, but then what time do you wake up?
Depends what time I have clients.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sometimes 7 a.m., 6 a.m., sometimes I'm in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But you still eat breakfast even in the afternoon.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
breakfast,
okay.
breakfast is like first meal of the day
Yeah.
lah.
I see.
Right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. So yeah, lor, eat out. So sometimes we'll eat like McDonald's, right? Sometimes we'll eat Cai Fan, right? Sometimes you feel a little bit, I don't know, fancier. You go eat like sushi or something like that.
I guess we are not too strict on our diet.
Yeah.
At the
But
end
you're
of the
conscious
day,
about the calories you take. Like you must eat. You must make sure you eat some amount.
like,
Yes and no lah.
like yes, as in we try take in as much protein as possible,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, we also never count our calories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't count calories, but I count the amount of grams, like agar how much protein I consume in a day lah. Right. It also depends on the season as well, right? So because during competition season we all have to weigh in, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if you are under your weight category already, you're kind of safe. You don't have to worry. Okay, but if you are slightly above, then you need to cut back a bit, right? So then that's when you need to adjust your food portions and intake a little bit, right? You have to be a bit more conscious about the type of food you eat also. So for instance, if as a U90, if I'm weighing like 92 kg now, right, then yeah, I have to cut back a bit more on my carbs and my fat lah, right? But the protein still has to be high, right? But if I'm already lean enough or if I'm under that weight category, then I don't have to try so much, right?
I thought usually people who does this, they will usually like when they weigh in, right? If I'm not wrong, they will usually fast and like they will count water, correct? Yeah, they will drink water. Do you do that?
Only if you are slightly over.
Oh, but usually you don't.
If you are weighing under, you don't have to. Then if you're like opens category, like
It doesn't
usually the
matter.
more weight you eat, the better.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, I have to stay within a certain weight also lah. I
How
cannot.
come?
So I also realize like if I'm too heavy,
Yeah.
then for moving events, like carrying events,
Oh.
I'm a lot more sluggish. I'm a lot slower.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's not better. I thought you said mass move mass. So
Mass
like,
moves mass.
Yeah,
yes.
but I still need to be athletic and fast.
Yeah.
You know?
Mass moves
okay.
mass, but you see, if you put on extra unnecessary mass,
I see.
you have
okay.
more mass to move.
Oh, okay.
So
Do you all rely on like protein powder, supplements, or that kind of stuff?
every now and then.
But most of your stuff you eat from natural, like
Try to get from food lor.
Wow, is it very expensive? Cause I went to
Yeah.
calculate, right? If I eat all my proteins from natural food, right, and firstly I eat a lot. And secondly, it's like expensive.
Mm.
I mean, because maybe now I'm still student, so like
As a
it's
student,
expensive.
it's definitely expensive.
Yeah.
yeah, that's why
Back then also it was tough like trying to supplement all your protein.
Yeah.
with natural food, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna calculate, I'm like, oh, I won't be able to afford this. I'll be broke.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some cheaper alternatives lah, right? So
You really go and check out that chicken breast thing.
Yeah,
I think
actually,
you
yeah.
gotta check it out, right?
Yeah.
So if you, I mean, you don't have to meal prep, but if you can afford to like get some stuff, from the supermarket, right, and then like kind of have it already prepared at home, it makes life a lot easier as well lah. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay, speaking about meal prep, right? You want to say like about your physique, because a lot of strongmen, right? They are bigger in size. They're very big, right? They have belly. Like why are strongmen like most of them quote unquote fat?
You need the power belly. This is called power belly.
Power belly.
Okay.
So what does it do?
So when you carry the sandbag, you can rest the sandbag on your belly.
It gives you a huge advantage.
Oh,
it really
really?
does.
It's a
Yeah.
legit
Or when you
advantage.
do Excel press, you
Yeah.
clean up the Excel bar, then you rest on your belly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or when you do lock, then you put a lock on your belly, then you roll up.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't have lah. What's your problem?
Hey, no advantage eh.
Yeah lah.
no, there's pros and cons. There's pros and cons, right?
Okay.
So, why most strongmen are fat? I think just due to the fact that
They have to eat a lot.
they have to eat a lot, lor, right? Because
Oh.
it's such an intense sport, right? That you don't just need energy to do the movements, right, or to do the competition, right, or even to train. You need the energy to recover as well, right? Yeah, it's that requires. There's also a metabolic process that requires energy, and calories, lah. Right? So having excess calories is always an advantage because then you know that you are not going to be in a state where your recovery is going to be affected lah.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
Yeah. But that being said, there are some strongmen who, despite their size, right, they are actually very lean comparatively. right? In terms of body fat percentage.
Right.
If you look at like who's that, Mariusz Kutanowski,
Yeah.
he was ripped. He
The
was
5 times
so
world
ripped.
strongest
Yeah,
man.
5 times
Yeah,
world
yeah,
strongest man.
yeah. He was ripped,
He was so ripped.
right?
Hmm.
Or if you go back further also, back in the 80s, there's this guy Bill Caveman.
Bill Kessler.
Yeah, dude was jacked as hell, right? Okay, you can see, his face is a bit
So he
round.
had 6 pack.
But yeah, he had abs. He was jacked. You could see like the muscles popping on. Right?
Wow.
Yeah. Because nowadays, modern ones, you see people who tend to be a bit on the.
No, but the modern
Chunkier
ones
side
even they started to lean out a lot.
Yeah, it started
maybe
to lean out a lot.
10 years ago that was like the biggest strongman ever was.
Yeah.
Like heaviest.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you see like Eddie Hall back then, like
Or dude.
his head was so big. Like you cannot even see his ears from the side.
Wow.
Yeah. It was bad. It was so bad.
Yeah.
Right.
But now they start to lean out a lot already.
Yeah.
So would you say that strongman is healthy
Yeah.
with this kind of body fat percentage?
I'll say this lah. No sport is healthy lah. Anyone who does sport doesn't do this for health lah.
It's definitely not healthy putting this much strain on your body.
No,
also.
definitely not.
I see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
having to consume this much food, having to put this much strain on your body is definitely not healthy.
I see. I see.
But what if you do it recreationally? Then, I mean, it's okay, right?
I mean, now we are young.
Okay, define recreationally.
Okay, to me, recreationally, it's just you don't compete. That's what I feel. This.
Or maybe like you don't always push to your max. Maybe you always stay around at 70-80%. And you just progress from there. Like you
You
got
don't train
strong.
like you're going to compete, I guess. That's
Yeah.
just
Just
on and
training,
off season.
just training because you like training lah.
Yeah, correct.
Mm,
Training to be healthy lah.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess.
the irony. Training to be
Yeah,
healthy.
training to be
Oh,
healthy.
training to be healthy.
But then, yeah, okay.
And
Oh,
then I
training
guess,
healthy.
I guess the stress and strain on the body won't be as much. It's still going to be stressful and strenuous on the body lah. Right? You are still loading up you're loading up your nervous system, you're loading up your skeletal
Yeah, can you
system.
imagine carrying a 400 kilo yoke and running? How much pressure on your central nervous system there is?
Yeah. How much compression there is on all the discs between your spine, between your vertebrae.
I see.
Yeah.
But won't that strengthen also? No?
Yes, right? Of course it will, right? The human body adapts,
Mhm.
right? But you do it often enough, your body needs time to adapt also. So if you do it too frequently without enough recovery or leeway in between, right? Okay, from stress it becomes strain. Right. So stress is okay. Stress will give your body reason to adapt. Strain, on the other hand, means you've already been too far gone. So yeah.
Okay. So actually, we have one last question, right?
No, I got another question after this.
Oh really?
Yeah. I got
Okay,
another
still
question.
no, okay.
Yeah, I got a very curious question that I
Okay,
just
you
thought
ask
of.
first, you ask first.
Okay.
You ask first.
Another question I want to ask, right, is like, how do you know like a person has potential to do strongman?
Anyone can do strongman.
Like is there a characteristic like for example like a person who never do strongman, right? And then you just like look around in the gym or something and you realize that hey, this guy like got potential.
Usually, what I see is like if they are a lot bigger in frame.
Yeah.
Or bigger in frame. So those are like bigger size
Big frame,
people.
no matter what, it's a big frame.
Or big frame.
Yeah.
Did you say big frame as in like they have like very big bone structure in a
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
So tall, wide,
Tall and wide.
and wide.
I see.
Right. Okay. Again, doesn't matter whether you are big and muscular or lean,
Okay.
right? Okay, or even skinny. As long as you have a big skeletal frame, right, you can pack things on there, right?
Oh, okay.
You have more room to carry muscle.
Yes.
You know?
Oh, so called like this the genetic like lookup like
Yeah,
for
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Right.
Or having a bigger frame.
Yeah, having a bigger frame.
Okay,
Right?
okay.
Which is basically just how every single coach looks out for potential athletes to train now.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
They look at the frame, they see whether the frame is suitable for the sport or not, and then they will ask the individual whether they want to participate or not. Lah.
Yeah, like if you see like how China picks their athletes,
Yeah.
like they will go to their like kindergarten, primary school.
No way, really.
I swear, I
they do,
swear.
yeah.
And then like this is how Chinese weightlifters they go and pick their athletes.
Yeah, that's how they handpick them.
So they will ask them to do like front rack position and all that and see
As a fire
as
Yeah,
a
yeah.
kid you can already get into these positions then and like they ask them to do basic like standing broad jump
Yeah.
or how fast twitch your muscles are.
Correct.
These kind of little tests, you know.
Wow.
So they will examine your frame first, then they will do this. right?
What does that do?
Just to feel like the tension in the body.
You see,
How-
sometimes
yeah.
like you look at kids, then they look like quite sturdy already.
So they get a sense of like the sturdiness, the tension of the body.
Yeah.
lah,
Oh.
right?
I don't look at kids,
Yeah.
so. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what they do, and it's the same for almost any sport, right?
Oh,
So,
okay, okay.
Okay. The final question we have, right? We talk about like the practicality of strongman,
Mm.
right? Because like with any sport, right? Maybe there has to be some element of practicality. I think strongman, in my opinion, I think is one of the more practical strength sports.
Why?
Everything, right? Because like if you compare powerlifting, when in life are you going to get a barbell handed to you and gonna deadlift
In the
things and
gym,
all that kind of stuff?
Or like lie down your back and then have the weight on top of you.
Yeah, right. But because like you say strongman is like lifting like weird ass stuff, right? Which everyday stuff is all weird ass stuff, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. So do you think in your opinion that strongman is actually practical if you train like recreationally and it can actually be of practical use to a certain extent?
It is quite practical lah. Cause so there's this previously I was doing production, film production.
Film production, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, you do a lot of things, you
Yeah.
F&B, then you
Yeah, this was before FMB. So I was already
Wow.
doing powerlifting then.
okay.
Okay,
And
okay.
I was in the art department.
Okay.
So we had to do set dressing and all that. And this one time I had to move a fridge. a whole fridge
Wait,
What?
what?
Maybe it's a fridge, I also don't know.
full of stuff in the fridge.
Huh? Wait,
Yeah.
you guys never take out? Like when you guys were
They
moving
last
it?
minute needed to move the fridge out of frame.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow, okay.
So I was like, and all the rest of the people in the art department were all like a lot smaller girls.
Oh.
So they really couldn't help much.
Oh,
so
shit.
I had to carry the fridge and move it out.
Also, basically, it's you one person lah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Wait, so was it easy?
No, it was damn heavy.
Because it sounded so chill, like, so I have to move it.
Yeah, but I had to carry it, but I could carry it.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
But you
see-
weren't training strongman at that point.
I
in time,
wasn't
so-
training strongman, but I was
powerlifting.
already functionally strong from like playing rugby and,
Oh.
and powerlifting and all that.
I see.
Okay, okay.
So this is like functional strength lah.
Oh. Wait, actually, I'm very curious. How do you lift the fridge up? Because I thought it's very, very wide. So you just like, you just hug it
one
up.
hand below, one hand on top.
Huh?
How big they can reach? How big is the fridge?
Can you describe the fridge itself?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
What type of fridge is it?
Yeah, because to me,
Because
the.
I've carried
Okay,
the fridge
okay,
before.
this is
Wow.
is a
How tall is it? How tall is it? Firstly.
about my height.
Yeah, you can do this?
No, but then you hold to the back and then hold to the bottom.
Wait, what? How
Bottom.
big is that?
Wait, back and bottom, so 45 degree like
That's
this?
about 1.8.
Yeah.
It's a big fridge lah.
Can you show your like width? Wait,
My
I'm so...
wingspan is not that big.
Wait, then how? How the- I don't
I
get
don't
it.
know lah. I managed to do it lah. I also don't know how.
Okay, I'm just amazed.
Okay,
Yeah, so that's your typical fridge, right? I had to carry like a wine cooler.
Yeah, you never carry like.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
which
okay.
is
Cannot,
about like that.
My fridge too big.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's about like that and maybe about like this wide. So I had to like wrap my body around it and hug it and then stand up and just lean it on my body lah.
Oh,
Which
okay,
is
okay.
essentially what you have to do for a lot of the front loader carries in strongman. No?
Oh, okay,
So,
okay.
So I guess your answer is yes, it's practical lah.
It's practical, definitely practical, right? Okay, if talking about function, then anything, whatever you do has a certain function. It depends on what kind of function you're trying to achieve, right? But if you talk about practicality, I would say strongman is probably the most practical.
Okay lah, not very practical if you're my size lah. Cannot fit most things. Like you shower also, the shower head in front of you like that. Then they have to bend down to shower.
Oh, I have a separate question.
Oh my
right?
god.
If you go overseas and you take aeroplane,
Hey, oh my god.
It's bad. It's
Yeah.
really bad.
yeah, how when
Like
you,
my
you sit-
shoulder is like, even if I try and pull my shoulders in as much as possible, it's like both my shoulders already spill out.
just go business
That's the
class.
reason why he's staying at the
Yeah, my shoulders really spill out. Then it's like, if I try and lean inside a bit, then I'm eating into outside. Then I always choose the out seat.
Oh.
But then when I lean outside, then they come with the drink cart, then they will slam into my shoulder.
Just go
Slam
business
into my
class lah.
knee,
Just go
yeah.
business class. Oh, struggles of being big, yeah. Okay.
I mean, even like, see, for him, he struggled already, right? If he struggled, that's quite given. But for me, I also sometimes struggle, especially on public transport.
Right.
Like, you
Wait,
take the
how come?
train or you
Yeah.
take the bus, right? Then you really have to like.
Yeah.
If there is a single seat in the MRT, right, I will never sit one. Because I cannot fit.
Yeah.
Wow.
It have to be 2 seats.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see.
Okay. Maybe like to end it off, right? Let's say if someone is interested in like joining Strongman or like trying out Strongman, what would your like recommendation or advice be to them? Like very
Find a friend that
Knows what
That's
they're
a bit
doing.
more experience.
yeah, to go with.
Yeah.
or find you.
Or DM us,
Yeah.
DM us, then we will just come and train with us.
So later you put your Instagram below.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, or DM Caleb, he also know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really know a lot lah. Okay.
Yeah, bottom line is go with someone who's a bit more experienced than you are, right? Because they will know what to look out for, right? And they can help you a bit more lah, rather than you go in and feel your way
Because
in
it's
the dark.
daunting lah. All these kind of things is scary. It's daunting.
Yeah, it is, it
It's
is.
always scary to try new things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So having someone there that knows a little bit more to guide you a bit is a lot easier lah, and it'll be more fun.
Yeah, and Strongman is really very dangerous, right? Because like you look back in history, the number of freak accidents you see in competition, right? Even Tian Yang also,
Yeah.
right? Which I guess we can bring it up another time also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then is it like a must to go to a Strongman specific gym?
It will
Can
be
you-
very, very beneficial, right? Because again, it's events-based training, right? You can't just like if you can train your deadlift and get really strong in your deadlift, right? Okay, and of course that does have
A bit of carryover.
a carryover. There's some foundation there, but it's not the same as lifting up like a sandbag or a stone, right?
Yeah, which commercial gym are you going in? Which Anytime Fitness you going in to have stone?
Yeah,
have long,
exactly.
have sandbag.
Yeah.
Mm.
So if you can
Yeah.
if you can go somewhere that actually does cater to strongman with actual strongman equipment, right?
Mm.
Yeah, it would be to your benefit.
And it's space lah. You need the space.
Yes, you
to
need
go.
space. You need space, right?
Mhm.
Probably the last prerequisite, right, for anyone to do strongman is that you actually need to be physically strong.
Okay, well, I need to find that. Yeah, I need to find
how
that.
you gonna?
Okay.
Yeah, how
So-
does someone know that I'm physically strong?
Right. So I mentioned before, right, when I was asked to join my first strongman competition,
Mhm.
right, the lady who asked me, Barbara, asked me whether I can press 60 kg over my head, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I still can. Then she said, then you should be able to do the lock.
Right,
Right. So it really depends on what the weights of the implements.
Because the
themselves
base
are.
weight of the implement is already heavy.
already heavy to a certain
So
extent.
if you cannot carry the base
Correct.
of the implement, then no point.
Yeah.
Also,
that's
basically, you're saying that in order to firstly even be considered, you should like do some research about like the base weight
Yeah.
of like all these equipment.
Yes.
Then if you can lift like the normal kind of like weights in the gym, then you can consider to even join.
Yes.
I see. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
So it really depends on whether you have that base strength to begin with. I mean, it's called strongman, ma.
Yeah.
Right? Of course, some gyms will have implements that may be a bit more beginner friendly, right? You can enter.
I think
and
most
try.
gyms have that half tire thing.
Yeah, half tires.
That half tire. you
Some
kind of
commercial
pick
gyms
the
lah
half
have
tire.
Right,
tires,
yeah, I
right?
saw before.
Yeah.
A lot of gyms, especially CrossFit
It's like
boxes,
it's like a
they-
machine, right? Then
Yeah,
there's like a half,
You can
Like
pull
tire.
on the
this one,
hinge lah.
so you can do tire flips. Right?
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So you just
how do you,
like that, lor.
also you need to keep going
Yeah,
or you
Then
that's
go
it.
around and go
Oh.
But you can do it with a bike.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so it's fixed in place already.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, if you want to try, if someone never do stone before but don't have the strength to do stone, you can
Go to a
consider.
bar.
You can consider going to a CrossFit. They use D-ball a lot, ma. Right, so the D-balls go as light as like 10 kg, right? Okay, and it's of a substantial size also, right?
Mm.
So
But I
yeah,
think that's an illness now. When I go out, then I see got stone. Then I'm like,
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
carry
yeah,
the stone. Like, can I carry the stone or not?
yeah, like you see some weird shaped stone or something, then you think to yourself, I
It's
can
an
carry
illness
that,
now.
ma. Yeah,
So you actually go and try.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
depends. You look left to right first.
Yeah, people
I
say,
see. Okay.
Okay, so we come to the end of this
Mhm.
episode. Hope you enjoy. Thank you to Gerald and Dion once again for joining us. And we will continue this series next episode. I don't know who will be getting next episode. We will.
We shall see.
We shall see. Okay, we shall see.
Yeah.
So you must stay tuned also. Okay.
Yes.
That's all. Thank you for
Okay.
watching. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.